May profits be upon you. Welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. We're looking at pound USD cable. All right. And what do we see? On the monthly, we can see we have lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, a lower low, a lower high. Yes, it's lower than this one. Another lower low. All right. This is an impulsive move, and this is the correction. All right. And what do we have here in this correction? You see those little bosses in there, right? Actually, these are, if we look at this impulsive leg that broke structure, that broke the lows, and we traded below that low, we can see that there was a close below that low. That makes it bearish. We are in a bearish overall trend. All right. But when price starts to move back up, we are pulling back. We're retracing. This is the correction to this impulsive move. This is the correction. And we look for that correction to get above the 50% of that high and low. All right. We look for the 50 for price to trade above that 50%. And we got up to around 85, 90%. All right. This is where we're still keeping this low, this high, excuse me, protected. Okay. And this area is still correction territory because we're still above the 50%. We're in premium discount, premium of the trading range. 50% below it is where you want to take your longs. This is discount. 50% of the range and above that is where you want to take your shorts. I don't know why this thing's acting funny, man. It's embarrassing. But this is where you want to take your shorts, and that's premium. All right. So, but along the way, we see price trading above these old highs, and these are internal breaks of market structure, internal breaks of structure. You don't want to be looking, even though the overall trend is down. Come on, man. The overall trend is down. All right. This is correction. And uh, you don't want to be taking shorts. Well, you don't want to be taking shorts from these areas because you see that price is in correction. Don't, and until you see a sign that the market is finished with this pullback, which would be a break, another break of market structure, of internal market structure here, like this one. This is an internal break up, all right, a bullish break of internal market structure. We need an internal break of market structure down, and that would come under these lows, all right, specifically this candle here, all right, this big candle here, because you see price pulled back up, right, and did not disturb the high. Come on, man, did not disturb the high here yet. All right. And you see that we have traded down over the months below these lows here. This thing is not working right for me today. It's not trading right below those lows. All right. You see it pull back up. Could we see a push higher? So we certainly could. All right. But it seems it's having trouble going lower. But we are still, wow, my board is not acting right at all. My charts. So what I'm looking at now is the fact that the market is in a monthly bullish fair value gap that it's trading higher from. All right, it respected that that array, that bullish fair value gap, and we are moving higher from it. All right, now also I want you to see there is a bearish fair value gap in here that the market closed above. No, actually, this it didn't. We didn't close just yet, but we are trading above it. All right, that this was a bearish one, and that's a bullish indication. You understand? On the monthly time frame, that's a bullish indication that price is trading above that. But we have not closed. This could turn out to be a big old wick, and come back in and to show respect to that fair value gap. We don't know yet, but all the signs right now are looking like this fair value gap is going to fail. If we go to the weekly, what do we see? We see that fair value gap here on a weekly basis was closed above and then traded above. So this is a bullish indication. And we know that this turnaround, these 1, 2, 3 weeks, this is 2 weeks and a third that we get bullish candles from. But this third one is interesting to me because it didn't completely it didn't close higher than the previous week like this one did to its previous week. All right, so when you close back within the range of these candles, within the range of the previous weekly candle, you're thinking, I'm thinking anyway, that price will revisit that low. All right, will test that low, trade towards that low, and if it does, there is a bullish fair value gap in here, but that's not the one I'm paying attention to because that bearish fair value gap was traded above. It just sliced through it. I think it's going to be, instead of acting as resistance, it's going to act as support. So what we could get is a pullback, a trade towards these lows, and a tap into this in what do you call it? Inverted fair value gap, and it will act as support. I'm going to watch this POI here, this level at 1.3287. I'm going to watch that very closely on the lower time frames to see how the market reacts to it. I don't understand why my chart isn't acting right, but it's making me angry. All right, so this is that inverted weekly fair value gap here. All right, and what you can see, underneath that to support the idea of higher prices is how you can see. Let me see. Let me get it. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, there it is. All right, we see an internal break of market structure here. All right, price pushes up, we pull back, protects the low, and pushes higher, trading above that. That is an internal break of market structure. You don't want to be looking for shorts at this point. You want to be concerned about longs. We pull back and then push higher. This was when December 3rd. All right, we had a very nice push up, creating a fair value gap. Price traded in that fair value gap and pushed up higher from it. When did it do this? This was Wednesday, and what happened? Interest rate decision on that day, where the U.S. dollar was weakened, and the pound found some strength against it. All right, now we did not create a displacement like we did here. There was no fair value gap created here. How do we know it's going to go up higher? Well, I think it's going to go up higher once it comes back and revisits. I think we're going to have a pullback. We may see the market take this low inside of this fair value gap here. And I think I can see that there's a possibility that we take this low for liquidity and then push up higher, because I think the US dollar is going to be weak this week. All right. But there is, because we took out this high, we may see a pullback, a short term pullback. We may see that. I don't understand why this thing is not working. It's very interesting to me. Okay, so you see it reached down on Friday and pull back up. We don't necessarily have to come back to these lows. All right, but I think that we that very well may happen. If we go to the 4-hour, let's take a look. All right, price used this fair value gap here. We used that fair value gap there, and we pushed higher. I don't understand why this thing is working So I don't understand what's going on. All right. So we have a shift. We may have a shift in the market here. You might see a pullback to this fair value gap right there and pull down. That'll bring us down to this low. All right. Now I like this low. I think this is going to hold here because this is a sell before the stronger buy, and we have an area of demand here with a liquidity low right above it. This is a great place to look for a high probability trade to the upside, in my opinion. All right. So if I'm planning ahead, all right, if and this is close to the 50% of this fair value gap, I'm looking for that 50% to get tapped, and I'll be looking for the reaction once it gets there. Okay. I beg your pardon in regards to my chart having the hiccups with TradingView. I don't know what's going on with that, but you understand where we're going here. I'm looking for bullish price action. I'm looking for it to quite possibly come to that low there at 1.3288, and we may see a nice trade to the upside from there. That's what I'm looking for. All right. I want you to make sure you go and check the Euro USD and the US dollar analysis I already put out for the week ahead. And I want you to trade carefully this week. All right. Make sure you are cognizant that Wednesday will be NFP. All right. And you want to be careful on new entries around those big events like that. All right. I'll check you out in the next video. May profits be upon you.